Hello and welcome back to another uh, for fun Pokemon tournament with me, Gigasaurus Games, playing Pokemon Violet VGC. We'll see how enthusiastic my commentary is today because I'm pretty tired because I woke up early due to construction outside my window. But today I am back with another entry into a Jacksonville Local over Hybrid Connection. Football is almost over, there's just a Super Bowl left, so I might have more time to do more of these, or I might just not. But I decided to do it this week. I didn't have the energy to make a new team, so I'm just using a rental team, like I have in the past. And the team I'm using today features several things, but most notably it includes a Metagross. Because Metagross is fun. Also I'm using this team because of Landorus Incarnate. I'm of the general belief that Landorus Incarnate is a pretty good mon. Life Orb, Sheer Force, Earth Power hits really hard, and then you got Terra Sludge Bomb, which is pretty cool. You can't hit Corviknight, but you got other mons like Incineroar and Raging Bolt to deal with that. Part of the reason I'm using this team is because the server that runs this particular set of events sort of doesn't entirely believe in Landorus Incarnate's ability to be effective, despite the fact that it's been extremely common in the most recent VGC regional. So I want to see if I can make Landorus Incarnate work. I don't expect to make Top Cut. I'm just pretty tired today, so I'm not sure my decision making is going to be as tight as it really needs to be to make Top Cut, given how inconsistent a player I am. But I hope to at least give someone some trouble. So we'll see how that goes. I'm now just waiting for the first round to start, as it should be starting in just a minute. I don't really have anything to vamp about today because I'm tired. I went shopping, but that's more because I needed to go shopping than because I had the energy to do all of it. I'll pause the recording here and come back when the first round is underway. So I'll see you all in a moment. And I have my first round information and pairing. If I can find the button. Here we go. There are a lot of people in this particular tournament for reasons that almost certainly won't matter to me. Oh, here we go. I need to hit that button. Yeah, between rounds, and actually part of the reason I'm tired today is because I stayed up late reading a book last night, and I'll probably keep reading that book. Between rounds, I don't think I have the energy to do anything more than that. I'm just waiting to get a code. The particular book I'm reading, if anyone is curious, is the Mistborn trilogy, which I'm close to finishing with. But here we go. I've got the link code. Kind of wish it was not. It had a space in the middle to make it easier for the human eye to parse, but so it goes. Well, yeah, I'm running at 60 FPS. Just feels like my recording has a little bit of lag today, but it appears to be fine, so whatever. Also, that's like a very complex code they used, so I can be almost certain this is the right person. So my opponent is using a rain team. Kind of looks like it might be a rental team that I actually vaguely considered using. I don't know if that's a good matchup for the team I've got or not, but Follow Me Water Ogre Pond should help handle some of that problem. One problem here is Raging Bolt's Thunderclap, which nails Urshifu and Pelipper, is like Sucker Punch, so it is restricted to turns when your opponent is attacking. So I'm going to save it initially, except, well, yeah, actually. I'm going to lead Ogerpon and Lando, try to nail something hard in turn 1. Ogerpon allows me to deal with the Spore from Amoonguss. I'll bring Raging Bolt in the back, which is Safety Goggles to also handle that Amoonguss. Gotta confirm I got the right opponent. Which just leaves the question of the other Mon I bring. There really isn't much value for Intimidate against that team, so it's probably either Metagross or Fluttermane. My Fluttermane is Sash, which is pretty nice, but into a rain-boosted Urshifu, I don't think that's going to matter, especially because that Urshifu is Choice Scarfed. So I think my better bet is using Metagross. I believe it's best of 3, like it usually is. Yeah, it's best of 3, so if it goes poorly, I will adjust. But for now, I think this is the correct 4 to bring, at least for the first match. Because I am expecting that Urshifu. I'm expecting Pelipper, Archalon, Urshifu, Amoonguss, I think, because I don't think Incineroar or Fluttermane are great against my team. Alright, that's part of why I led Lando, because I thought I might be able to have that. That Archalon cannot do much to Lando. The Pelipper has Weather Ball, but I certainly outspeed it, and it's Focus Sash, though it is Focus Sashed. But I really don't want to eat a Hurricane with Ogerpon necessarily. So, I've got Power Up instead of Horn Leech. That's interesting. That Archalon has Assault Vest. Alright. I'm going to Follow Me because I do want Lando to live at least through this turn. And I don't think Ogerpon is very useful here, except for Redirect. The Power Whip and Pelipper would be nice, but Ivy Cudgel would actually be more effective just to break the Focus Sash. What type is that? Oh, their challenge is Terra Grass. Okay. That's fine. We'll see what this damage does here. I'm pretty sure Lando will live the turn, and then I can think about using Terra Poison Sludge Bomb to kill our Chaladon next turn, potentially. We'll see how much this does. Okay. So that didn't do much. That's acceptable. That'll probably kill after the +1. So the Tailwind is unfortunate, but oh, it didn't kill. Okay, that means I get another turn out of Ogerpon here. Archalon is the slowest thing in the field, huh? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hope that the combination of both of those attacks will kill the Archalon. It is unfortunate the Sludge Bomb will trigger Stamina, which will make Ivy Cudgel do less, but Ivy Cudgel does have a boosted crit rate, so I could get lucky and kill it with a rain-boosted critical hit Ivy Cudgel. If it doesn't crit, I think the Archalon lives, and I think both of my Mons get dropped. The one advantage here is I'm at least not weak to Weather Ball out of Pelipper now, so Lando might live the turn if it only gets single targeted. We'll see what happens. Okay, that Tailwind Hurricane to kill Ogre Pond, do one less attack, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. I hope this doesn't kill. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, nice. So I wasn't sure whether or not the Sludge Bomb would kill after the damage the Earth Power did, but the 4 times boost from going from resisted to super effective was enough, so that's good. Alright, so we're going to go into Raging Bolt now because of the priority Thunderclap. So if Urshifu comes in here, I can threaten that. Flutter Mane is booster energy. I'm going to get bet its booster speed. But we'll find out here. Actually, with Tailwind, it might be booster special attack. Nope, it's speed. So that's very much the fastest thing in the field by a lot. So it's going to kill Lando. Though if it does, it doesn't kill Raging Bolt. So we're going to do this. I don't think they can drop both of my Mons, and I think if either Mon survives the turn, one of the Mons right Pelipper's Focus Sash. I knew that. That's nice. Okay. That kills Lando, though? Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, I have Assault Vest in the back. Do I have Bullet Punch in this thing? I do. Okay, so both of these Mons are priority right now. And that's good for me, because I can Bullet Punch the Pelipper. Oh yeah, Metagross flies because the previous thing was flying. So I'm going to Thunderclap. Okay, I need to think about this for a moment. Bullet Punch will do more to Flutter Mane because it's super effective. So I Thunderclap the Pelipper and Bullet Punch the Flutter Mane. And neither of those Mons is priority right now. They do both have Protect, so they could double Protect, but I don't think that gains them anything. It prevents Thunderclap from killing Pelipper, but I still get Bullet Punch off. And it doesn't have Focus Sash, so I think... Okay. So that would be... That's why it did that. Okay, fair enough. So now I know about that. Now I know that, at least. The Flutter Mane lives one Bullet Punch. I'm going to accept that I'm eating a Shadow Ball, because I know Pelipper can't protect this turn, and Flutter Mane might. Given that I attacked Flutter Mane last turn, it would make sense for them to protect Flutter Mane and try and get Pelipper to attack for free. That is not what happened. Okay. Well, Weather Ball boosted... Rain boosted Weather Ball would have hurt as well. I am Assault Vest, but I'm pretty sure this will be a 2-hit KO. Yeah. There might be a roll on that, but yeah. But that means whatever they have in the back finishes me off. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's see if my opponent is the kind of person who would protect their Flutter Mane here. They should. They do not. Okay, well, I think I'm at least learning what kind of player my opponent is. I don't live this, right? Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, there we go. Surprisingly close, though. That I was taking that... I took that attack surprisingly well, which is good to know. So, game 1 is a loss. But I did at least take... It was at least a 1-0 loss. I saw everything they brought. So, how do I adjust? They seem to not like Amoonguss in this matchup. And so they're not bringing Incineroar. And I think they still don't. I think my opponent likes the set they brought and doesn't bring Amoonguss. But they maybe don't lead Pelipper or Chaladon because of what happened last time. So I think I'm running Calm Mind. This one is Calm Mind, right? Yeah. We're going to try something. I'm going to mix this up. I'm not going to bring Redirect this time. I think my opponent is expecting it, and they largely played into it last time. But I think if I lead Flutter Mane and Raging Bolt, I might be able to get up a Calm Mind, and then I might be able to kill stuff more consistently. And then Flutter Mane can also help break Sash and Pelipper if it leads that. As well as being more neutrally effective against the Archaladon than Ogerpon. Like, it's weak to Flash Cannon, but I am Focus Sash. And if it uses Flash Cannon, it's not using Electro Shot. So we're going to try this. We're going to try this. Alright. Okay, I like how the adjustment went. I like this. I'm gonna Thunderclap that Urshifu immediately. And I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam to break the Focus Sash on that Pelipper. If the Urshifu is smart, it switches out. Probably into Archaladon. But let's see if my opponent knows that. The best thing for my opponent to do is switch out Urshifu and use Tailwind. But I don't think my opponent is that kind of player. Yeah. Because now I just get free damage on this. Now, and I just took out the Urshifu for free and broke the Focus Sash. And like Tailwind is neat and all, but now the Focus Sash is broken. I can kill the Pelipper with Thunderclap freely. So my opponent has Tailwind up, but these two Mons are okay with that because I have priority Thunderclap on Raging Bolt, and I have Focus Sash on Flutter Mane. What's possible is my opponent may have thought I was going to kill Pelipper, but the chance of Pelipper using Tailwind to bypass Thunderclap is too high. And the fact that Urshifu only has attacking moves means that it can take advantage of that. What's the Terra type on this? Bug? It's not very meaningful. I want to find out what my opponent is doing here. Raging Bolt's going to protect while Flutter Mane Dazzling Gleams. What's the point of Terra Grass at this point in time? That just makes it easier for me to hit you. Well, yeah, that just makes it easier for me to hit you. Alright, free damage on our Chaladon, I like that. And now I know what that Archaludon wants to do. So Raging Bolt is going to Calm Mind. Terra Bug, so the Dragon Pulse does less, and Calm Mind. While Flutter Mane keeps using Dazzling Gleam. Because now the Pelipper used Protect last turn, Pelipper is dead this turn, unless it switches, in which case I get 3 damage on the switch in. Which is the Flutter Mane. And I like that. That's nice. And yeah, Flutter speed height doesn't really matter with Tailwind still up. Let me curious see how much this Dragon Pulse does. Okay, that's acceptable. That was expected. That's fine. And I think next turn is my opponent's last turn of Tailwind. Check status. Yes, that's the last turn of Tailwind. So this turn, I'm going to double protect. Because Tailwind is about to run out. And then and then that Archaludon speed stat is more questionable. Because Raging Bolt actually isn't the slowest thing in the world, surprisingly. I think it's like base 80-ish, if I remember correctly. Which is also about what Archaludon is. Oh yeah, that's true. It does boost special. It will boost the special attack anyway. That's interesting. All right, Tailwind peters out. And now we find out what kind of damage I'm dealing with. Moonblast the Archaludon. Hit it as hard as I can. Hope I live the following attack. That's good to know. Didn't even knock into Focus Sash. Ooh, okay. Now I'm pretty sure I live the incoming attack. Oh, it didn't even go for it. Oh, nice. Now our Archaludon is dropped. And that's one major threat out of the way. Nice. Okay. And all that's left now is a damaged Pelipper and a damaged Flutter Mane. And I have Metagross. Thunderclap Pelipper in case it tries to Hurricane me. And Bullet Punch the Flutter Mane. Which might not kill, actually, but I live one attack, so it's fine. And if they double attack Metagross, then Raging Bolt survives the turn. Yeah, that was expected. Yeah, okay. But I'll live this Shadow Ball, so it's fine. So whatever. Interesting. That's the exact same amount of damage I did last time. And everyone attacks. This one is just a matter of time. Yep, there we go. Sidebar, Raging Bolt's faster than Metagross. Alright. I liked my adjustment there. I went from losing 1-0 to winning 3-0. That was a good adjustment. Though also my opponent got greedy with their Urshifu. So I doubt they will get that greedy again. Yep, the last match will finish before the round is up. So they're not going to get that greedy again, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they'll lead Urshifu. They keep leading Pelipper. It's very interesting to me that they keep doing that, because I don't think that's good for them. I understand why they do it, I think. Can I punish that? I think the answer might be yes. I think I can punish the consistent Pelipper lead. And I don't think they'll lead Urshifu. If they lead Urshifu, this is less than ideal for me. But I don't think they're going to do that after what happened last game. If they do it, I'm going to have to make an adjustment. I'm going to have to figure that plan out. Okay, yep, there we go. Alright, so this time, I'm going to try and punish that Pelipper. I want to see if I can just straight up kill that Pelipper before it gets Tailwind up. Because Tailwind or Chaladon is a problem, but it's much less of one if Tailwind... But our Chaladon is much easier for me to kill if Tailwind is not up. I do know from last game that our Chaladon is naturally faster than Raging Bolt, as a sidebar. Okay. I kind of thought our Chaladon wouldn't Terra this time, and I was right. Double attack the Pelipper and make it dead. Dragon Pulse hurts, but everything, but it hasn't stat boosted. I'm faster than it. Is my opponent going to Terra or Chaladon? Do I need to find out? I can protect this turn and find out. Because Fluttermane still has its Focus Sash intact. I know the Shadow Ball won't kill. I'm just gonna put ship damage. I'm just gonna put ship damage on them both. I'm kind of okay with Fluttermane dying here, because that lets me go into something that can kill. That lets me go into something with priority. Okay, I like that. Our Chaladon is still not Terra'd. How do I kill our Chaladon in the back? It's Terra Grass. The answer is I kind of don't. I'm going to make a call. It might go terribly, but I'm going to make a call. I think our Chaladon is doing Terra. It did not Terra. Dang it. Can this just kill me and make me feel better? Okay. So it didn't matter. Alright, I think I'm going to lose this round. I think I'm going to lose game 3. I don't like where stuff is going. That our Chaladon has gotten set up too much. Curious to see if it Terras now. Okay, now it Terras. It's kind of whatever. I could have used a more effective move, but it doesn't matter a lot. It's not going to do very much either way. Okay, but I do get free damage off of Flutter Mane, so that's good at least. I was afraid the opposing Flutter Mane was just going to attack and kill me. But that is not what happened. That'll kill Flutter Mane, but it won't kill Metagross because I have the Assault Vest. Okay, it went into Flutter Mane. Interesting. How much is this going to do? Nothing. Cool. I think the Flutter Mane is a little bit lower than last game. And then our Chaladon has so much physical defense that I just have to hope a resisted Thunderclap does more than whatever else I'm going to be doing with it, even with the Assault Vest. Okay, it did kill. Good. That's one major threat off the field, along with Pelipper. And now we'll see how much the Bullet Punch does. And it was a little bit lower than last time. Alright, and now it's 2v1. And the rain has stopped. Okay. I managed to pull that out. Especially if the last one is Urshifu. It already used Terra, so I'm going to hit this for super effective damage. I think Urshifu Thunderclap just kills like last time, and it did. Whew! Alright! That was my, for what it's worth, that was my first time using that rental team. I did no testing with this rental team beforehand. But I managed to find a win in game 3, even though I didn't entirely like how it started. And I definitely like Raging Bolt. It is a mon that annoys me a little bit, but only because people tend to refer to it as a Brontosaurus, which Brontosaurus was not a real Pokemon. Brontosaurus is not a real dinosaur. It was a false name for the Apatosaurus with a Camarasaurus skull. What I will give it is that technically, since Raging Bolt is maybe imaginary, then Brontosaurus, since Brontosaurus is also imaginary, that kind of makes sense, but it just annoys me. But as a Brachiosaurus, I definitely like Raging Bolt's design, and I like how it plays, and I think I like how it plays in TTC, and especially on this team. So, we are certainly one of the later pairs to finish our match, but we are not the last pair. So I will go ahead and pause the recording here, and I will be back for round 2. And we are back with round 2. Round 2 starting a little later, real time, than originally planned, because there is one match in round 1 that just took forever. I can only assume they're both running stall teams. My opponent just noted that I'm a braver man than my opponent for running power with Ogerpon. Yeah, well, that's what you get with rentals. That's what you get with rental teams. Yeah, the response to it's a rental was makes sense. Because I actually agree, I would not run Power Whip Ogerpon if I was making my own. I would run Horn Leech because I don't like missing. Should be, yeah, official rules 1. Alright, so what does my opponent have going on? They have a Gouging Fire. They got that going on. They're running Wellspring Ogerpon like I am, because it's also a redirector. Let's see. Swords Dance Iron Hands is notable. I don't really have a good solution to that problem, except possibly Incineroar, which may be a mon I want to lead, especially with... Yeah, there's a lot of physical on that team. Okay, we're going to lead Incineroar. And then I'm going to bring Lando, because Lando can hit a lot of that team. Well, no, because Lando's not going to... Well, yeah, I'm going to lead Lando. Lando hits a lot of that team pretty well. If they lead Ogerpon Wellspring, that's a threat, but it's acceptable. So I do need a way to handle Ogerpon, which this team doesn't really have a good solution for other than just hitting it. And I suppose that's best handled by Raging Bolt, which also gives me priority for... You know, I'm not sure I like Raging Bolt here, actually. I don't think it hits very well. I don't like Metagross either, though. Alright, we're doing that. I don't like Raging Bolt. I don't like Metagross in this matchup. We're going to bring the others. I think that's what I put in anyway. We will see how I feel about that after the end of the first game. As a player, I like to have I like to take game 1, but more than having to adapt, because I don't think I'm that good at adapting, but... What does that Golden Go have? Let me see. Alright, so... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fake out the Ogerpon so it can't IV Cudgel for free. And then I'm going to try and Earth Power the Golden Go to death, because it does not have Focus Sash or a Terra that resists ground. It is Terra Fairy, so it could have been neutral, but since I carry Sludge Bomb, that would have had some risk involved. Well, those are certainly nicknames. I will give them that. Alright, fast Raging Bolt. We're gonna Parting Shot, the Gouging Fire, and what does it carry? It carries Howl. That's... Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay, I see what it's doing. We're just gonna Earth Power that, I think. Ogerpon? Ogerpon. Okay. So Lando dies here. Or Incineroar dies, either way. Incineroar dying is better here, because I'd like to hit that Gouging Fire if I can. Yeah, Howl's pretty scary because of that. And now, the Ogerpon is only neutral right now. Oh, okay. That's actually good for me, because now I can go into my own Ogerpon, and I've got Redirect. And this likely kills. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, that was... not... that's actually ideal for me, because now I can redirect for free. Oh yeah, and Amoonguss is not gonna like the redirect either. Spore, Rage Powder, Pulp. Redirect onto Ogerpon. Earth Power, the Amoonguss. Yeah. Trying to kill Ogerpon the slow way is not really worth it. We'll take out all of its support and force it and leave it alone and take it out slowly from there. And that's why I like the fact that Incineroar died and I could go into Ogerpon. That was certainly a choice by my opponent, is the way I would describe that. I think I killed another Earth Power. It's close. To be fair, that is super effective. I'm assuming we're going to see a Horn Leech now. Now that my opponent knows better. Yep. But now, Ogerpon is alone. And I am not going to follow me now. I'm going to Power Whip. I will just keep spamming Earth Power. That was roughly as expected. Whoa, crit. Okay, sure. That's one way to take out the Ogerpon, I suppose. See, and this is why I believe in Lando I. And I think I'm proving it here. Yes, the fact that there's so many fast water types that can kill it is a problem, but this is also a meta with Wellspring Ogerpon Follow Me, which is actually, like, Lando's best friend. For the reason demonstrated in that battle. Alright, so last time I led Incineroar, I led Lando. That leaves me vulnerable. That leaves me a little more vulnerable to Ogerpon than I really want to be. So we're gonna mix it up here. We're going to lead Ogerpon this time and bring Lando in the back. Fluttermane good here. Yeah, I can hit. Actually, can hit a fair bit of the opposing team for decent damage. Whereas Raging Bolt has a problem with, well, your Gouging Fire isn't really a threat to it. because that's a support gouging fire. And it does give me a secondary solution to the Ogre Pawn problem. Okay, yeah, I like that plan. Last time I brought Flutter Mane in the back, I'm going to bring Raging Bolt in the back this time. So I assume my opponent's going to adapt to dealing with Lando, which is part of the reason why Lando's now in the back. Because they're probably going to leave their answer to Lando, given what happened last game. Or they just do the same thing again. Okay. Well, I'm gonna fake out again. And do I want to Terra Ogre Pawn? No, because I want water. No, because I don't want to deal with that Horn Leech. So I want to note here that Ogre Pawn does have spiky shields. It could totally be using that to punish the fake out, but it is not. So I have a good switch in for Incineroar here if I'm expecting an attack. I actually do. I'm going to hard switch to Raging Bolt. And Ivy Cudgel Golden Go. As it's going to follow me. Okay, I'm going to get caught by my own trick. Or not. It tried to kill the Incineroar. I want to note that Ogre Pawn does have Follow Me. It definitely could have followed me there to prevent Ivy Cudgel from killing Golden Go, but it did not. I don't think my opponent adapted to Incineroar very well. Oh, hello. What moves do you have? Ground move, Terra Blast, Steel move, Dark move. We're gonna try this. Okay, so the reason I didn't use Ivy Cudgel is because I expected to follow me, but instead they decided to just straight switch into Amoonguss. Okay. And then Terra Fairy Tinglu, so it's no longer going to be weak to Power Whip. But it is now vulnerable to Thunderclap. Oh, I see. It's trying to use Terra Fairy, Terra Blast, my Raging Bolt that just protected. And now I know what's going on there. Now I'm going to Terra Fairy Raging Bolt. That Tinglu only has attacks because it's Assault Vest, so I'm going to Thunderclap it and Follow Me because of the Amoonguss. Sidebar, fun fact, Rage Powder is a Bug-type move. But it's still a Powder move, so Grass types are immune to it. Amoonguss is Rage Powder. It could Rage Powder the Thunderclap, huh? Didn't think about that. Yeah. Oh, no, wait, that was me. It didn't do that. That did nothing. Okay. Well, huh. I kind of understand what's happening right now. That Among Us should really be sporing, but it's not. I'm an idiot. That was just me being stupid. There is no reason for me to do that. I just wasn't thinking. Now the Among Us gets to Spore Raging Bolt for free. I am an idiot. Oh, it pollen puffed. Why is it Among Us not using Spore? It has Spore. Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay. I need to kill that Among Us. Fortunately, I have a solution to that. That also weakens the Tinglu, which is good. I'm not going to mess around with doing anything to the Among Us, or faking out anything. I'm just going to try and kill it. Welcome back. And that should kill. Okay. Alright, I do need to figure out how to break this thing. Because I don't think I've come up with a solution to that problem yet. But at least it can't recover anymore, so... I've got that going for me. I think the answer is I'm just gonna start by slow killing the Ogerpon. I'm gonna parting shot the Tinglu. I'm just gonna try and neutralize it. That's acceptable. I could have switched, but I didn't have a good switch in the back, I don't believe. Because Raging Bolt's already out front. Okay, I took that pretty well. Alright. What am I doing here? So the Ogerpon is a problem because it outspeeds Lando. My opponent just got free damage on Raging Bolt, I think. That's unfortunate. All right, I'm gonna have to take a risk here. Yeah, I think the correct answer right now is I try and double protect. And I fail. Okay. And that's why I tried. I knew that was going to happen. It outsped me. I didn't have a choice. Alright, so... Tinglu is a problem. It is a solvable one. Because... Lando can probably eat it once it's terra'd. But it is a problem. So, I need to figure out how to adapt to that. My opponent keeps leading Ogerpon, so I think they're going to do that again. So I'm going to punish that. Because the Ogerpon, I think at this point, is the biggest problem. I'm going to go back to my turn 1 lead. I'm just going to sludge bomb the Ogerpon to death turn 1. that good? No, it really isn't. I'm going to bring Metagross. I think Metagross gives me a better solution to the Tinglu problem than Raging Bolt does. Raging Bolt does not hit most of that team for very good damage, and I think Metagross is more effective at that. So I think that's going to be the other adaptation I make here. So the Ogerpon has been a theoretical problem in both matches, and in the second in both games. In the second game, it very much was. I'm just gonna see if I can murder it this time. Though again, it has spiky shields, so... I think they're going to Spiky Shield. I want to murder the Ogerpon, but I think it's going to Spiky Shield. So I'm going to try and Earth Power the Iron Hands instead. It did not. I could have just murdered it. Oh, I could not have. Okay. Alright, we're going to keep Lando alive, because it is the way to murder both of the mons that are currently on the field. And my opponent knew it was a threat, so I get a free parting shot off. Nice. Iron Hands is doing something. Probably Drain Punching Incineroar is my guess. A little unfortunate that I'm going to take that hit on the switch to Ogerpon, but I'm going to have to accept that. Oh, it just SD'd. Okay. Also not ideal, but better than the alternatives, probably. Because now I'm pretty sure it'll take at least 2 hits to kill me. So yes, the SD Iron Hands is a problem, but Ogerpon is fast. Golden Go switch in. No, Amoonguss switch in. That's acceptable. That hurt. Okay. Iron Hands is Terra Fire, so even if it Terras, Earth Power is super effective. The Amoonguss really should use Rage Powder. But if it doesn't, I think Iron Hands might be dead. It is a very bulky mon. It has a lot of HP. It did not. Okay. Ogerpon has returned. Let's see if Earth Power kills. I sure hope it does. Otherwise, I have a problem. Okay, good. Have I seen the whole team yet? No. Now I have. And now I know I want Terra Poison, which is good to know. Terra Fairy on the Tinglu. Oh, no, Tear of Water on the Ogre Pond, so it's no longer weak to Sludge Bomb. Okay. Okay. I think that's fine. The Tinglu doesn't have Earthquake, so it can't just hit Lando. It has to go through Ogre Pond first, though it probably can. Because, yeah, that's gonna kill. I don't like this situation. This is not gonna kill. Yeah, not even close. Ow. Okay, I forgot that I still had my full team in the back. My opponent... Okay. How do I break Tinglu if I don't hit it right now? I kinda don't. Okay. Yeah, so yes. Ogre Pond is a problem. Okay. I guess? Same damage to both either of them. I'll try to poison the Ogre Pond to kill it. Who are you killing? Incineroar? You don't even kill Incineroar because the Intimidates. Okay. Stuff can work now. Because I have Bullet Punch in the back. Alright, Tinglu comes back in. Incineroar is going to switch to Metagross at this point. Because I want to have one more Fake Out. I also want Lando to survive the turn, so I'm going to Protect. So I'm pretty sure it's got attacks incoming. Given what happened last turn, I bet Metagross survives the turn unless it gets double targeted. And I don't think it's getting double targeted. I think the Tinglu's going to try and kill Lando. They both tried to kill Lando. Okay. That works too. Don't think that kills. Nope, it doesn't. Okay. I Bullet Punch you, and I Earth Power you. The Ogre Pond can Spiky Shield, but that still means it doesn't kill anything this turn. And I get damage off of Lando. Okay. As I said, that is acceptable. Because it also means now I can Fake Out even if Metagross dies this turn. Okay. This is where it gets scary. I have two very weak mons here. But on positive side, neither of them can hopefully protect. Okay, good. Okay. Slightly better than a coin flip to have that protect not proc. So I'm glad it did. It didn't. It's gonna go slower. No, it is not. Okay, good. I win. Phew. Because now I can Flare Blitz for the kill next turn, because I'm faster. And the Tinglu is only attacking moves, so it doesn't have any tricks up its sleeve. Whew, okay. That was stressful, but since the Spiky Shield failed, I managed to make it work. And I am, surprisingly, 2-0. Whew. Alright, usually I have worse days than this, so I expect I will now go 2 and 3. I expect I will now lose out to end 2 and 3 and be embarrassed. But I'm at least not going to be winless or whatever this time. I'm now at least playing to make top cut, which is cool, I think. Oh, it's 6 rounds. Okay, so I'm not on the border yet, but let's see how this goes. And with that, I will be back in a moment with round 3, because many of the other matches are still ongoing. And we are back for round 3 because of Swiss round rules, another person who's also 2-0. At some point, I'm going to lose. I am just waiting for this to happen, because I'm an unstable player. This is not news and has been shown in any number of videos on this channel at this point. So I am just waiting for the shoe to drop. The shoe might drop here, because I'm seeing a Frigger Raft on the other side, which means that Raging Bolt suddenly becomes much harder to use. The opposing team just looks like general good stuff, similar to mine. It has double fake out. Actually, there's a lot of priority, and Strings also has Frigger Rafts, so that's actually kind of a problem. It's definitely a team that can cause problems, especially with the Howl gouging fire to make all the physical attackers, which is almost the entire team, stronger. There is Trick Room on the Frigger Raft, which can technically help the Iron Hands in the gouging fire, but I'm assuming that's more for counter Trick Room, which isn't meaningful for me. I do expect them to bring Frigger Raft because of Raging Bolt, because that Urshifu otherwise outspeeds easily. This does mean I need to figure out what I'm doing with Ogre Pond, because Ogre Pond needs to come if I can't guarantee Thunderclap the Urshifu. I also can't guarantee Fake Out, so I think Incineroar stays behind. I think Raging Bolt stays behind, at least for the first match. Let them bring Frigoraph. Or not. We'll see. Then again. Intimidate? Well, no, because there's a fight in Ogerpon. I could... Oh, okay. I'll bring Metagross. Metagross has priority, so that's still reasonable. If they lead Frigoraph, or if they lead Urshifu, I need to be able to kill it. Which means Flutter Mane. So we're going to go this way. This is a fairly aggro lead, except it is a bulky offense lead. So it doesn't do a ton of damage. Sidebar, I was noting it to myself in one of the breaks between rounds that this probably part of the reason I'm doing well with this team is because it's a bulky offense team. Even though I tend to build hyper offense, usually I find that I play bulky offense teams better. Okay. That is interesting on several levels. Speed boost? Speed boost. Okay. So that Gouging Fire is the fastest thing in the field. So it's going to use Howl. So I'm just going to try and kill Ogerpon. If I can. Because that's definitely what definitely wants to happen right now is Ogerpon killing something. Especially if that's Terra Grass, like I think it is. Oh, no, that's the... No, it actually is Terra Grass. It's Terra Grass and the Gouging Fire. Which means it now resists Ogerpon's entire moveset. Okay, I see why you would do that. That's suboptimal. Howl. I think my opponent got a free Howl. I think this is a loss. Ow. Okay. That's not ideal. My opponent should know right now that Ogerpon is not a threat to them. So, and I also know this, so I'm just going to accept that I'm going to lose my solution to Urshifu and sack it off. Because I really do need to kill this Ogerpon if I can. Okay, notably, Flutter Mane is still faster than Ogerpon. So I can kill Ogerpon next turn. And given how much Moonblast did, I can probably do it with Dazzling Gleam. I have Sludge Bomb on Lando, so we're going into Lando at this point. That Gouging Fire can't hurt very much. And I'm gonna Terra Poison. Because I want to make sure that Gouging Fire is dead. I'm less sure Dazzling Gleam kills as I look at it. I'm gonna Moonblast it just to make. I want to make sure it can. I want to make sure it dies if it doesn't protect. So I don't believe Heat Crash will kill. At least based on the damage it did to Ogerpon, because I think Lando's heavier than Ogerpon. That was expected. I still have my Focus Sash, so that is acceptable. I'm hoping this kills. I feel like it should. Good. Okay. If my opponent brought Urshifu, they go and do it here, and I can't stop that. That means Flutter Mane is dead to an Aqua Jet, and Ogerpon gets to live another turn, and probably Stomping Tantrum Lando. But either they didn't bring it, or they didn't see that. Okay. What is the Frigoraph doing? Psychic into Lando is what it's doing. We're gonna spread attacks again. Make sure that at least something dies. This won't kill, but it should hurt. Okay, good. Trick Room. So the last thing they brought is Iron Hands, then. Interesting. Oh no, they brought Incineroar. Huh. Can I make use of that? This Incineroar has Fake Out. So Lando's going to protect. I'm betting Frigoraph is not attacking this turn. So I'm going to Moonblast the Frigoraph if I can. At least, I should say, I don't think it's attacking Fluttermane. Oh, but Incineroar is. Okay. Did I bring something slow? Yes, I brought Metagross. Okay. Alright, so here's the plan. I Earth Power the Incineroar. I don't know Frigoraph's weight, but none of those are good options, so I'm going to Heavy Slam Frigoraph. And we are going to see what happens. Ouch. There goes my Life Orb. Too bad. Ah, Frigoraph was slower. What was slow? Metagross was faster than Frigoraph. Unfortunate. Okay, so I lose now, because that Incineroar has Flare Blitz. Even if I kill here, which I do. Oh wait, do I have another Mon in the back? I do, don't I? No, I don't. We're both down to one Mon. Well, Incineroar is faster. That hurts. Didn't Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz would have killed. It gives me a chance to kill it. I've got Assault Vest. This is the last turn of Trick Room. I do die to any move it decides to use here. So I just hit it for what I can. Which is nothing. So it did all of my opponent did all of that without the Urshifu. I need a better way to deal with Gouging Fire. That's basically what it comes down to. That Gouging Fire is a problem. It just did way too much damage. But and I want to emphasize this, it's a support Mon, supposedly. I need to take out the Gouging Fire. I think my best way to do that is Lando. And if I'm leading Lando, I need to be able to redirect faster Mons, particularly the Urshifu. So I'm gonna lead Ogerpon. I need to check my speed stats on my Mons. 94. 91. Metagross is slower, so that means everything my opponent has outspeeds. Here's what I will say here. I think my opponent might not bring Farigiraf this time. Except it is their Trick Room setter. I think they still want Trick Room, so they still bring it. Never mind. But Incineroar... Well, I was going to say Incineroar can handle it, but the real answer is Metagross can handle Farigiraf by itself. This is a question what the last Mon is. And I think the last Mon is still Flare Main. I think that is still true. But... I don't like this matchup. I think my opponent is either a better player than me, or they are in their up cycle while I'm in my down cycle. So I expect to lose this game and lose the match as a result, but perhaps not. Oh, okay. Interesting. Incineroar can't fake out both of us. Incineroar is a problem for Metagross. Incineroar is Terra Ghost, if that's what's going on. That's fine. I'm still hitting it with... it means it's not taking two super effective attacks, but it's taking neutral attacks. It's probably faking out one of them, so it will live. Farigiraf gets up Trick Room. And that does nothing because of crit. Okay. Or because of the Intimidate. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow me. Draw attacks onto Ogerpon. And I'm going to Terra, so I resist Flare Blitz, and I have a higher special defense for supposed theoretical Psychic out of Farigiraf. It's risky. It means I can't Terra Poison Lando. But as long as the Farigiraf is on the field, I don't want to do that anyway. And I think this might give me an edge of survivability that I need. It also means I lose Water Absorb for Urshifu, but I still resist it, so it's not too bad. Wow, that did a lot. It's a very offensive Incineroar, I'm realizing. And so it dies to Earth Power as a result. And they no longer have their Terra. Okay. Okay. Trick Room is still up, right? Which means Lando outspeeds that Ogerpon. That makes sense. Oh yeah, it also has Throat Spray, but it's also a thing. But that means Ogerpon didn't protect, and I think it dies to Sludge Bomb, so it's Sludge Bomb. Or it doesn't. Oh, it's Focus Sash, I missed that fact. Okay. Fair enough. We'll see how much this does. Good amount. And that'll kill in return. Trick Room is still going to be up for a bit. Ogerpon is Stomping Tantrum. That's only a problem if it gets the attack off. So I can't Bullet Punch, unfortunately. How much time is left on Trick Room? 2 turns, huh? Alright, so I'm not going to protect this turn. I'll protect next turn. And this turn, I Earth Power the Ogre Pawn. And I Heavy Slam the Ogre Pawn. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. As soon as I put it in, I realized that it might that if it was smart, it would spike. It would do that. Okay. Metagross doesn't care about what that photograph can do. And right now, it's the fastest thing in the field. I want Ogre Pawn dead before it becomes the fastest thing in the field. Sorry. Metagross is the second fastest thing in the field, but importantly, it outspeeds Ogre Pawn. Okay. I see. I think that's fine. Not necessarily ideal, but I think it's fine. So Trick Room ends now. We're going to make sure Frigoraph has Fake Out. We're going to make sure Frigoraph does not get Trick Room off. How do I do that? No, I have to do this. I need Frigoraph dead. And I knew that. Ah, okay. I lose now. Now I break my Focus Ash for free. And I needed that. I have to hope Heavy Slam can kill Frigoraph, because I need Flutter Mane alive to take out Ogre Pawn. And/or Iron Hands. Okay. That's acceptable. Not ideal, but acceptable. The Ogre Pawn is not a priority. The Iron Hands' only priority is Fake Out. So both of my mons in the field are faster than theirs. So I use Dazzling Gleam, and I use Psychic Fangs. That's acceptable. It's not ideal, because it means Flutter Mane dies and doesn't get to kill Ogre Pawn, but I do have Bullet Punch as a thing. And if Psychic Fangs hits, which I think it has 100 accuracy, okay. Alright. It wasn't a loss. I was panicking for no reason. Yep, my opponent already marked loss. Oh, they forfeited because they knew that. Okay. Alright, so I at least forced a game 3. That Frigoraph is a problem. Especially next to Intimidate. It's not like I have a good answer to that, is part of the issue. Or by Intimidate, I mean Fake Out. The Frigoraph next to Fake Out is just a problem. Do I have knockoff? I do have knockoff. In which case the Frigoraph is Terra Fairies, which might be acceptable. Okay, we're gonna try something new here. I still want Ogerpon, and I want Metagross. Do I need Fluttermane more than Metagross? Actually, yeah, I need the speed. So the thinking here is Incineroar can knock off Frigoraph. Lando can Sludge Bomb it. The hope is some combination of the two will prevent my opponent from getting Trick Room off for free. The risk here, mind you, is Defiant Ogerpon lead. I'm just hoping for not. Ah, frick. My opponent went back to what they did game one. Well, that's the worst possible world. Because of this. But I can fake out Ogerpon. I can fake out Ogerpon and kill... I can't let Ogerpon attack for free. Fake out Ogerpon. Sludge Bomb Gouging Fire. Okay, they expected Sludge Bomb. That's fine. It'll still hit pretty hard. You don't get a free Howl off. You do take damage. I just wish I'd Earth Powered. But now it can't protect. Or it probably won't protect, rather. So now I can double target it. I don't think they can kill both of my Mons. And I think whichever one doesn't die kills Ogerpon. At least that's the hope. I could very much be wrong. That might complicate things. Oh, okay, things are fine. It decided to superpower the Incineroar. Superpower is an interesting move for Ogerpon, and also an interesting move choice there instead of Stomping Tantrum. So, Ogerpon can Terra here, but that feels like a waste, especially with my Focus Sash. Because that Gouging... I will get off an attack before the Gouging Fire does. So the Ogerpon is dead. I'm reasonably certain. Unless it switches. It could switch. It wouldn't even be terrible for it to switch, because it's still a very fast Mon, which is good outside of Trick Room situations. My opponent might not have brought Trick Room this time. Well, if they didn't bring Trick Room, that means they didn't bring Frigoraph. That's fine, I'm not using a contact move. Okay. Not sure what that gains them, but okay. I guess it gains them the knowledge that I'm using Earth Power into Gouging Fire. What's it at? Can I kill Dazzling Gleam Sludge Bomb? I think probably. So we're going to switch to that, just in case it tries to Terra Grass and be fancy. Well, one of them is using Terra Grass, I don't know which. Okay, it is the Ogerpon to become the fastest thing on the field. I was saying that possibility earlier. But I don't think that's a problem. I think Fluttermane's faster than Gouging Fire, unless I forgot something. Which I may have, because that Gouging Fire is booster energy. I forgot something. Oh, but it attacked Lando. Okay, that's fine. Unless I've forgotten something? Nope, I'm good. Alright. Ogerpon is dead. It burned its Terra. I don't think that was a good plan for it. It killed Lando, yes, but I don't think that was worth the trade. For the Terra. But it might have been. But now I've got my Ogerpon. Who is that? Oh, okay. That's why I brought this thing. That is why I brought this thing. Because I knew Urshifu was a problem. And they don't have spread attacks that can hurt Fluttermane. There's a spread move and Gouging Fire and Breaking Swipe, but that's a dragon attack, and that doesn't, so that won't attack the fairy type Fluttermane. Doesn't matter, the Urshifu's only... I don't know, the Urshifu can lock itself into... I guess U-turn? I think is its best bet. Unfortunate. Double unfortunate. Yeah. Unfortunately, so the U-turn actually just guarantees the win for them, because they can do that. They switch into it doesn't matter. And... Gouging Fire even lives. If I use Terra Fairy, it kills Gouging Fire, but it doesn't matter, because then they just go into Urshifu and they Aqua Jet. I'm not gonna stall this out. With the Urshifu and the... Fair enough. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I forgot about the booster energy speed. I don't know what I would have done differently if I'd remembered. Maybe switched up a couple move choices, but... Yeah, the Terra on the... So actually, as it happens, the Terra on the Ogerpon was correct because it killed Lando, which prevented Lando from killing the Gouging Fire and allowed them to switch up moves. So... That actually was a good play on my opponent's part. And so I think that's indicator, given what I was saying at the time, about what I thought of that idea, that my opponent was the better player there. Though also I didn't help myself by leading Incineroar into an Ogerpon. But all right, there we go. There's my first loss. That's fine. I was expecting it. So good game, opponent, and I will return for round 4. And I am back, and slowly becoming more and more tired. Secretly, I'm, like, kind of okay with the idea of losing a pair of matches in a row here. Because at that point, I'd probably just drop for the night. Like, I dropped out of the tournament because I no longer make top cut, and usually I play out because I like to practice. But I am tired. I think the rest is more useful for me. So secretly, and also because I'm now feeling more tired, I'm gonna play worse probably. So. We'll see what happens. This time, let's see. This time around, I'm facing a team slightly similar to the one I'm running, though not very. There's some bulky offense going on. There's a Rillaboom. Not much I can do to stop it. There's a Raging Bolt, which has a very similar set to the one I'm running. The real trick is probably the Glimmora. I'm just going to be trying to poison stuff. It's got Toxic Debris, it's got Mortal Spin. I'm going to need to hit that thing with special attacks. The only move it has that is not an attacking move is Spiky Shield, which I consider notable. Because I kind of feel like Raging Bolt might be a reasonable lead here. Yeah. Because it can outspeed, it can hit Fluttermane before it moves. It can hit Ogerpon. Well, Ogerpon is Follow Me. I want to be careful of Ogerpon. But that's why I'm also going to bring Lando. What am I talking about? That's why I don't bring Lando. That's why I bring Fluttermane. Leaves Glimmora a threat, but I can Thunderclap and Shadow Ball, and it probably dies. I don't know that I need Ogerpon here. I think Lando's certainly useful to kill the Incineroar and the Raging Bolt. I don't think I want the Redirect. I think I want the Intimidate and Fake Out more. So we're going to bring this team. Arguably I should lead an Incineroar, but part of the goal here is to make sure I can handle Glimmora. Anyway, Ogerpon would be a bad matchup for Incineroar. Because it has Spiky Shield, so... Out. That Ogerpon can't hurt me very much. I'm gonna go ahead and get off one Calm Mind and break the Glimmora's Focus Sash. The Ogerpon is not... okay. The Ogerpon is trying to hit the... so they decided to kill Fluttermane. That's their goal. So Mortal Spin's coming out of Glimmora then. Yep. That Poison's Raging Bolt kills Fluttermane. Now I can Dragon Pulse the Glimmora. I think that's the plan here. I'll be honest, I'm not totally sold on this. But... and then Dragon Pulse Glimmora. And... fake out the Ogerpon. Slow it down for a turn. That's gonna hurt, but it didn't kill. I can take my Citrus Berry, not that it really matters. And then I hit the Glimmora with a +1 Dragon Pulse. So Glimmora's dead. And I don't need to deal with Focus Sash, I don't need to deal with Toxic Debris. And now we see what they brought in the back. They brought Raging Bolt in the back. Their Terra is Fairy. I'm gonna make sure Raging Bolt lives the turn. I can't go into Lando directly. I'm gonna try and weaken the Ogre Pawn if I... Okay, that's... probably acceptable. Huh, I could have gone to Lando directly. That turn is a slight advantage to my opponent. So I take a little I take some poison damage. But that is the only thing that happens. I'm gonna Dragon Pulse the Ogre Pawn and hard switch to Lando, I think is what I'm gonna try. Which might go terribly. If Ogre Pawn decides to Ivy Cudgel, that's Terra Fairy and the Raging Bolt because it's afraid of Dragon Pulse, I'm pretty sure. Yep. That's why I wasn't Dragon Pulsing it. Yeah, I don't know why I did this. This was a terrible idea. Oh, did I live the turn? I lived. Huh. Okay. Can I take advantage of that? Bet I can. Because now Ogre Pawn is dead, and that's the thing that was threatening Lando the most. Oh, okay. Also that threatens Lando. That's also true. But it can't really hurt Raging Bolt. We can Dragon Pulse it. As Lando protects us. I'm sort of expecting Grassy Glide to try and kill Lando. So I can hopefully get off the free attack into the Rillaboom. That's what I'm hoping for. Part of the problem I have right now is I need Lando alive to take out Raging Bolt. Because I need to figure out what I switch into. Okay, I did call it correctly. Nice. Actually, that might be okay. Because now I can go into Incineroar. The Rillaboom does not have Protect. These are the last two, and we're both down to our last two Mons. So the advantage is in my opponent's corner. However, what are they going to attack? They should try and kill Lando. Lando is the real problem they have right now. Oh, I can't Terra, because I need to be immune to Thunderclap. I'm gonna kill Rillaboom. Okay, I was right. That didn't kill. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad. I was really relying on that killing. We'll see how this works. The theory here is Lando is still what my opponent's scared of. And I don't think Rillaboom can kill Incineroar before Incineroar kills it. And I think Incineroar is faster? Oh, I was wrong. Okay. Alright, and now they win. And now my opponent wins. Okay. How many turns left of Grassy Terrain? 2. So at this point, I die to a Grassy Glide. And it moves before I do. And it just thunderclaps me if I don't, if I Terra. My best bet is to try and get a triple protect. I do not. And it thunderclaps. I just grass equalize and I die. Alright, fair. Yeah, that game was winnable. But I lost the thread of the momentum, quick momentum, and didn't get it back, so I was playing catch up and I didn't manage to catch up. I took out Fluttermane quickly. That was correct for them. Fluttermane's better in the back in this matchup. Yeah, so part of the problem... So, Fluttermane there was better in the back. I made a mistake. I made a mistake leading it. But I still need to kill the Glamora with special attacks. And I need to I need to not be vulnerable to Ogerpon. My special attacks are Raging Bolt, Lando, Fluttermane. I can't let Toxic Spikes down. And I want Fluttermane in the back. One option is I do this and Terra Poison immediately. But that leaves me vulnerable to Thunderclap. So I don't really want that. This is vulnerable to Glamora in a way I don't like. Because it's weak to poison. Forcing me to Terra, and that's not great. The best bet might actually be to do this. This lets me fake out whatever's next Glamora while I hit it with the Dragon Pulse. And then I can Parting Shot it the following turn. And go into Lando. Or Fluttermane. But probably Lando. I think this is better. So I'm not bringing Metagross, I'm not bringing Ogerpon, same as the last time. But I think that felt winnable. I think I just needed to bring the Mons in a better order and use them more efficiently. Because I realized after I locked it in that putting my Fake Out Intimidate Mon in the back wasn't exactly ideal. And now it's not in the back. What Terra is my Incineroar? I honestly don't know. Dragon Pulse the Glamora, Fake Out the Ogerpon. That was expected. Well, more or less expected. It also could have Power Gemmed the Incineroar, but it decided not to. Alright, so this turn, I Thunderclap the Glamora before it can move. And if it Spiky Shields, then Thunderclap just fails and I don't take passive damage. Meanwhile, Incineroar switches out... No, Incineroar just stays in a die, never mind. Incineroar Parting Shots to the Ogerpon if it can. Oh, Ogerpon used Spiky Shield. Fair enough. Oh, they both get Spiky Shield. That's interesting. Oh, it's just getting poison passive damage. I don't really feel like that's a good move for my opponent. Because now they leave them vulnerable to attacks in the following turn. The Ogerpon can use Follow Me, and very well might. So, in which case Thunderclap fails. So I'm going to switch back to Dragon Pulse. I'm still going to Parting Shot the Ogre Pawn. That's still what I want to do. Yep. I was right. I did do that. So Glamora survives the turn now. Ow. But now I can go into something else. And now I go into Lando. So the Ogre Pawn is faster than Lando. But if it attacks, it'll eat Thunderclap. Which might kill. Actually, it probably won't, but I can dream. And the dream here is that that works, because now I get... it's gonna double spike shield again, isn't it? Oh no. I believe Lando's the next fastest thing in the field. Alright, so Glamora dies. And that means that Fluttermane's Focus Sash is intact. And that is why I was prioritizing the Fluttermane so much. This is a Raging Bolt's last turn. Alright, so I think I know what's going to happen here. The Rillaboom's going to fake out kill Raging Bolt. But I will at least protect. And keep Lando through the turn. So I can bring in Fluttermane. Which will still be at full health and have its Focus Sash. And it will be faster than Ogre Pawn at that point in time. As expected. Oh yeah, I still have Incineroar in the back. Does that change my planning? No, because I want to save that for Thunderclap. So I do go into Fluttermane. I Moonblast the Ogre Pawn, and I Terra Sludge Bomb the Rillaboom. And now I can Terra safely, despite the risk of Thunderclap, because I have Incineroar in the back to fake out, is the reasoning. So Rillaboom can hit Fluttermane before Fluttermane moves. But it won't die, and then Fluttermane moves and kills Ogre Pawn. I'm pretty sure Ogre Pawn Spiky Shield last turn. Or no, Ivy Coated last turn, but... either way. The Rillaboom probably dies here. Though it is Assault Vest, so it has a chance. Especially if it Terras. Which I think it did. Okay. Yeah, it did. Okay. So it'll live the turn now, but now it's vulnerable to Earth Power. And it can't really hurt me anymore. That drops Ogre Pawn. Good. Also, the Rillaboom's doing something interesting. I guess it's U-turning? Because it didn't Grassy Glide. Oh, Wood Hammer. Oh, I didn't expect... It was pretty sure Grassy Glide wouldn't kill, so it tried to kill with Wood Hammer, but I Terra'd. Okay, I see. And Fluttermane still has its Focus Sash, I believe. Yes, it does. Perfect. Now I Moonblast the Raging Bolt. Earth Power the Rillaboom. Does Grassy Glide kill now? It does not. Okay. It was close, but it didn't. That's fun. We're in game 2 with a loss. Fair. It wasn't necessarily a loss if they managed to kill Lando with Grassy Glide, but they did not. This Raging Bolt has a lot of healing. I guess this is just a stall team, isn't it? That explains the Glamora. Yep, I figured. Alright, so I at least forced the game 3. For good or for ill for my energy level. We'll see what happens. I have yet to have a two game match. Just a thought. All right. How do we mix things up this time? I think we mix things up by bringing Ogerpon. Or bringing Metagross. Incineroar lead is too helpful. Next to Incineroar, Lando can threaten Ogerpon. Flutter Mane in the back is still good. And I still like Raging Bolt. Okay. Yes, I like this plan. The Glamora can be annoying, but I think this plan allows me to kill Ogerpon. Which is probably worth it. Oh, they led Flutter Mane. Okay. Interesting. So I don't want to fake out either of these. So better plan then. What kind of Flutter Mane is this? Choice Specs, my goodness. So better plan then is to parting shot the Flutter Mane. And protect with Lando. Because I don't want to take a Choice Specs attack on Lando if I can avoid it. Especially because it knows Icy Wind. Just a Choice 6 Shadow Ball into Incineroar, huh? Fair enough. Ah, it just decided to kill Incineroar. Okay. I can work with that, I think. They have no redirect right now. This likely kills Flutter Mane. Its Terra is Fairy, so that doesn't save it. This also prevents me from being poisoned by the Glamora's Mortal Spin. Again, I am vulnerable to Thunderclap, and I no longer have the Fake Out to balance that out. But I know that I can take Thunderclap plus Grassy Glide for whatever that's worth. Think I live this? Okay, good. Barely. The special defense drop doesn't really matter at that point. Interesting. Alright, so I'm definitely very much playing from behind now. But I can make this work. Well, if my opponent plays well, I do lose here. They should switch out Fluttermane. It doesn't have Protect, but they can easily just switch. Okay, yep. Okay, yeah, so now I lose. My opponent's playing safely, so... Oh, okay. So they don't get off, they don't do any free damage or anything. This is a largely null turn. That lets me, and now I can kill Glamora because it protected last turn. And Incineroar can't fake out Fluttermane, and I'll protect with Raging Bolt to keep it safe. Incineroar did not fake out. Okay. What did it do? I'm betting Parting Shot into Fluttermane. Flare Blitz into Fluttermane. Okay. There's no real way for me to win. Yeah, oh, right, that was in the back. Yeah, this is not a good situation to be in. I can Calm Mind. What was in the back? The Fluttermane? The answer might be to Calm Mind, actually. Keep Fluttermane alive for one more turn. Just to force him to draw targets. Alright, well, I'm still at neutral. Yeah, okay. Here's the plan. We're going to Thunderclap the Fluttermane. And if it switches out, it has to go into Incineroar. If it goes to Incineroar, it eats Moonblast. If it doesn't go into Incineroar, Fluttermane dies and Ogerpon eats a Moonblast. Oh yeah, Citrus Berry. Nullifies that entirely, basically. Yeah, I mean, I already knew this was losing action. All right, so I'm gonna be 2-2. That's fine. Is there anything I can do here? Well, I at least protect to the block fake out. Or Parting Shot. Let's see how much Dragon Balls does to Incineroar. Yep, I kind of figured that's what was going on. Yeah, I expected that. It still has to be scared of Thunderclap, I think. So I'm going to Calm Mind here and offset the Parting Shot. Oh, there you go. Terra Fairy Fluttermate. I don't know, Terra Fairy Ogerpon. Oh, follow me. Okay, yep, I see what's going on. Follow me, Moonblast. Or follow me, yeah, follow me, Moonblast, kills. Yep, okay. They found themselves there. Got themselves in the situation they needed to be in. Alright, I'm dead. I can't Thunderclap the Fluttermane with the Ogerpon there. I have Dragon Pulse the Ogerpon. Yep. The exact way I'd play the situation. And I died in Moonblast. Alright. Alright, and I am 2-2. So, now I'd have to win out to make top cut. So if I lose my next game, I probably end there because I'm tired. But it'll be at least a couple minutes before then. Because there are still a couple matches going on. Though we were one of the later matches to finish up this time. So we'll see how long it takes. I will be back in a moment with either my last match or my second to last match, probably. And I'm back with, as I'm looking at the team my opponent has this time, probably my last match of the night, because I'll probably lose this match and then. Well, actually, this is round 5. There's only one match after this. I could totally do one more. Just to see if I can win. We'll figure out how I feel at. Yeah, I'll probably go one more. I probably will actually finish it like I usually do. But I expect to lose this match because I'm looking at my opponent's team, and that's not a great match from the team I've got. It's a dangerous physical team. But I can't safely bring Intimidate because there's an Ogerpon and a Ogerpon Teal Mask, which means it has Defiant. So I risk the duplication of what happened earlier with the Terra Ogerpon killing Lando. And then I can't. Priority is useless because of Rigorath. So certainly Incineroar's not coming. And that also means that Mr. Urshifu up there is a pretty significant issue. Because I can't hit it easily. But what I can do is this. Ogerpon has Follow Me, which can neutralize the Urshifu to some extent and allow me to kill it with Moonblast. Ditto to the Chien Pao. And some other options. Also prevents it from faking out the Fluttermane. A better pilot of this team, by the way, I'm pretty sure could have won the last couple matches. But of course, I am a fairly unstable player, and also I'm tired and hungry. Because I also haven't had dinner, and I really need to have dinner. So it's a good thing I didn't bring Intimidate. So the Chien-Pao is the fastest thing in the field. And I really can't safely Terra because of the Grass Over Pond. So here's what's going to happen. Chien-Pao is Focus Sash, never mind. I was going to do something fancy, but that's a bad plan because the Chien-Pao is Focus Sashed. Yeah, I don't want to use my Terra yet. It might be correct, but I don't want to. Terra Grass on Chien-Pao, Terra Grass on Ogerpon. Okay. So, +1 speed. So now Ogerpon is the fastest thing in the field. Not sure what that accomplishes though. Oh, double hitting Ogerpon before Fluttermane before it moves, except I've got Follow Me off. I think I live this, barely. Since I'm not weak to it. Terra Boost, right. Never mind. But I'll live this attack, so. I am faster than the Chien-Pao. Interesting. Did I bring Metagross? I should have if I didn't. I did bring Metagross. Okay. Okay. So that'll make me neutral to the grass, but I'll resist the dark, and I'll not be weak to ground as I protect with Fluttermane. So the theory here is now Metagross should live both attacks. Or at the very least one attack. And I expect one attack to be going into Fluttermane. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was expecting to happen. Okay, they double attacked Metagross, so I could have attacked with Fluttermane, but there is no value in doing so here. Because I just do that. So the Chien-Pao can Sucker Punch Fluttermane, and would probably like to. I'm gonna double protect, mostly so Chien-Pao can't Sucker Punch me. Like so. Because that now takes out Chien-Pao. Now Urshifu's Choice Scarf is gonna lock itself into Surging Strikes, presumably. But what is it attacking? Metagross. Okay. I don't know if that's good or not. No, that's bad. That's very, very bad. And now it's 2v2, but I lose Urshifu, so. Oh, well, actually. Maybe not. Urshifu can kill one of the two on the field. Okay, here's what should happen. Here's what my opponent should do. My opponent should Surging Strikes Lando, Psychic, Fluttermane, and I lose. That is what should happen. In case that is not what happens, Okay. Well, at least I got the Urshifu for points of making myself feel better. But yep. I'm pretty sure that was my last mon. Yep. Alright. That did give me ideas, though. My opponent did bring Frigga. They did not lead it. I still can't risk leading Incineroar, but I could lead Metagross. I could lead Metagross Fluttermane. Save my answer to Urshifu in the back with Lando. I kind of like that, actually. So Lando can do a lot of damage as long as it doesn't die to other mons, which is so if I leave Ogerpon with it in the back, that has potential. They led the same way. I kind of thought they would after the way the previous game went. Last time... Now, Terra Fairy's still correct here, I'm pretty sure. I don't really want the Terra on anything else. Right? Maybe Lando, but not really. It's not really worth it. Alright, so this time my opponent is not using Terra, because Metagross is slower than both the other mons in the field. Genpal might Ice Spinner. It's very plausible. But if it does, it won't get it off, because Fluttermane will kill it first. Okay, that makes sense. I guess they're just trying to see what I do. I suppose I respect that. But I'm pretty sure I just do the same thing again. Unless I want to predict Terra from Genpal. Which I actually think I will. Oh no, okay. Just Pokemon again. Fair enough. Well, Genpal is still very dead. Still very much dead. And won't get an attack off other than maybe Sucker Punch. Oh, Sucker Punch into Fluttermane. Oh no, it didn't use it. Okay. I mean, Sucker Punch into Fluttermane would have been a good play there, but they didn't go for it. I mean, that hurts, but I live. I could have sworn Fluttermane was faster last time. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. Okay, don't know. Don't know. It's still dead, but... Importantly, they get the ice type off the field, so Lando can come in now. And Fluttermane still has his Focus Sash, I believe. Hello, Urshifu. Okay. That is fine. Because now I bait the attack and go into Ogerpon. I'd love spread damage, but I want to make sure the Urshifu is dead, assuming Fluttermane attacks. The Urshifu can't Terra, because the Ogerpon already did, and it doesn't have a boosting item. So I actually don't think it can Oko Fluttermane. Now, Fluttermane plus Ogerpon will certainly kill it. Or, Urshifu plus Ogerpon will certainly kill Fluttermane. But... oh, it used U-turn. That works. Okay, nice. Fair enough. But I do get to see the last Mon that they brought. For Rigorath. That's fine, I have no priority left anyway. That does mean I can't really Terra here, even though I want to. No, no. I want a Spiky Shield. Because I need Ogerpon alive next turn. I'm just gonna hope this kills. Or I die in return. Okay. Never mind, I'm dying. Unless it attacks Ogerpon, which is possible. But it should be killing Lando. Lando is his threat. It's their biggest threat currently. And they know it. Yeah. Yep, okay. It's not like Ogerpon could really hurt it anyway, so... yeah, I couldn't really take advantage of that, even if I wanted to. Yeah. Okay, so this is a loss. I'm not making top cut. Overall, I'm happy with that. That just means the last game I probably will do it because I feel okay right now. But I'm not going to try very hard because I'm tired. Alright. So now we'll see. Now it's just down to, do I go... okay, in fairness, though, I was someone who was 1-3 facing a 3-1. I don't know what's going on with the Swiss rounds right now. I guess I must be like right at the top of my bracket. Yeah, apparently I'm right at the top of the bracket or something. Of my record, but I lose. That's fine. I will be back with the last round in a moment, just to see if I can at least go 500. So it turns out my opponent is even more tired than I am, and they just forfeited so they could go to sleep. So, turns out that will be all for today. So I did okay. I did better than I sometimes do. Worse than I do some other times. One of these days I'll actually get into VGC maybe, but then again I have so many other video games that I'm actually playing that there's a reason I don't. So since that was the last round that I'm in, since I'm already lost 3 rounds and therefore don't make top cut, I'm gonna sign off. This is Gigasaurus Games. Hoping you all enjoyed the video, and signing off until next time. Bye.